Here with my man, you know him, you love him, YouTube favorite, Freddie Wong, and his video game high school co-creator, Matt Arnold. Guys, thanks so much for stopping by during E3 week. And yeah, Video Game High School is getting ready to experience a new season. But for our viewers who might not be familiar with what the series is all about, why don't you give us an overview about Video Game High School?
So last year we made Video Game High School. The first season of it, was basically just one 2-hour-long movie. It's set in this sort of alternate reality where pro gaming is like a thing that is the biggest sport in the world, and it's about this sort of down his luck kid who gets invited to the top pro gaming academy and sort of the trials and tribulations that he faces. So we put that out at E3 last year. It's a 2-hour movie. You can see it on Netflix. It's on our site. You can torrent it if you're so inclined. We don't mind. It's all good. And then this year we're doing season 2, and season 2 is going to be bigger. It's going to be better. It's going to be more about the stuff that we set up in season 1. It's going to be 6 television-length episodes, anywhere from 22 minutes to our longest episodes, like 35 minutes long. We're putting it out online, and yeah, it's going to come out end of July, somewhere in there.
Trying to do a big hit for you.
It is, yeah.
What are you introducing content-wise? What games and kind of things will be the focus or genres in season 2? What can you talk about anyway?
Well, we have a big Mario Kart type sequence, which is pretty awesome.
Yes.
It's like the battle mode, a lot of effects there, like rockets and stuff. We have a Pokemon. It's like a Pokemon type thing, you know, playing cards, like holograms, that sort of stuff.
We do Skyrim, like a fantasy RPG world, in addition to what we sort of set up in season 1, which is like a first-person shooter, competitive first-person shooter, and drift racing. So we pretty much have a little bit of everything. We got fighting games, we got drift racing, we got car racing, we got first-person shooters. So pretty much any video game category you can think of, even like old-school 8-bit stuff, is showing up this season.
And anything that we did last year, we kind of mixed up this year, and also we shot everything, all the video games this year are in 48 frames per second, which is kind of the cool thing. So the show's half 24 and half 48, which is what they did in The Hobbit with Peter Jackson. So it looks like hyper real. It's very cool.
Now, have you gotten a lot of feedback from the fans and followers, the community, about what they wanted to see in season 2? And if so, did that influence your decisions?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, what's kind of cool about what we do is we get to talk to people. We get get on Twitter and Facebook, and we do fan meetups, and we can hear what people want to do and see in the kind of things that we make. So this year, everyone wanted more game types. Yeah. Because like first-person shooters are great, but this is Video Game High School. There should be more game types here. So we made sure to sort of accommodate that and try and get as much gameplay action that we could.
Yeah. Now, while we're here at E3, I want to get you guys' opinion, because one of the interesting things happening with the new consoles is that they're trying to make film creators in the gameplay realm out of pretty much every person. You have the opportunity to record these clips and share them with your friends. What do you guys think of that? Is that something that you see as being super valuable? That's my ride, so just don't bother. But do you see that as being something that's super valuable to the consumer and maybe spawning a whole new realm of creativity?
It's so crazy, because I remember like back in Quake 2, when Quake 2 first came out, they had things called machinimas. You could download demos and you would play them back through the game engine, and there was like, kill compilations and stuff. But now it seems like this is this whole new subgenre of like videos, which is gameplay videos that are edited and cut up, and everybody's getting all this equipment and stuff to try and record it. And you got huge YouTube followings for some of these guys who basically do just like PewDiePie, guys like that. So the idea that you can now do this and have it all integrated with the console is really interesting, because there's a lot of times when I know Matt and I have had some Battlefield experiences.
Yeah, sure.
Where it's like, man, I wish we had that, so that we could look back at it in our old age.
Yeah, reminisce. Tools. I mean, I did on like Skate. I remember the first Skate came out. I think it's important. It's always. They always say it's like a consumer culture, but people want to express themselves, and like that's why multiplayer games are so big. Everybody wants to play with their friends, and even if you're not playing, you can still show. You create stories, right, when you're playing a game. And like if I have something awesome happens in Battlefield that Freddie wasn't there, but I had some videos like, dude, you had to see this Jeep run that we did. Like me and Nico barely made it out alive or something. Like that's fun.
It's bragging rights. So it's basically gonna be a way to record, and it's the equivalent of taking a fish and mounting it in your living room, but in digital form.
Mounted fish. I mean, you talk about next generation gaming.
That's what I think about.
I
think about fish and game and wildlife. First thing, top of my head.
First thing, top of the head. All right, so the next season of Video Game High School is coming when?
End of July. We're still sort of locking it down. We're going to have some more announcements and stuff coming up, but end of July, just in time to remind everyone in the middle of their summer breaks that school's coming.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for stopping by the stage. We appreciate it.